Hi everyone, I am back with chapter 4, understanding emotions and using them as guidance. So this is going to be super important on the journey, especially when we are manifesting as an SP, because again, there's a lot of emotions and very heightened emotions and desires surrounding a person and relationships. So really important part of the process here. So let's dive in. Let's start to talk about it. First thing to note is that you are not a victim of your thoughts and you're not a victim of your emotions. And it's also important to understand that your emotions follow your thoughts. Your emotions are simply a further manifestation of a thought that you focused on. And you had to focus on it long enough without changing it for it to become an emotion, right? Again, it's a further manifestation of your thoughts. It gained enough momentum, the thought you were thinking gained enough momentum to create an emotion. And that's why sometimes we talk about a spiral. So a spiral is just focusing on a negative thought. Maybe you added to that and then added to that and then added to that until it starts to become, to gain more momentum, and it starts to become a feeling. It starts to become an emotion because you spent time focusing on it. That's why also when you're starting to practice a mental diet, you start to notice you're becoming more and more and more aware of your thoughts, more and more conscious of your thoughts. And you'll start to notice that when you think something that doesn't feel good, you'll start to that'll start to become really weird. Like, ooh, I was feeling good and now I don't feel good. Well, I must have been thinking something and that thought wasn't good for me. It wasn't right for me because it doesn't feel good. So let's talk about that. Emotions are simply guidance from your higher self, the part of you that has broader perspective and knows everything you want and knows exactly how to guide you to that desire, right? So we are all connected to a higher being, right? We have a higher part of ourselves that is infinite, has perspective about everything, more than we can have at our human level, our human perspective. And that part of us that is like a higher being and has this broader perspective is always trying to guide us. And it does that through emotions. So when you think a thought that is not right for you, it's not on your path to what it is that you desire, your higher self sends you a signal that says, it's like hitting a red button, right? And so negative emotions are guidance from your higher self saying, no, whatever thought you were just thinking, that's not on your path. That's not getting you to where you want to be, where you want to go, what your desire is. So choose something else. Choose a different thought. Take this guidance and understand that whatever you were thinking isn't right. See, we think that the negative emotion comes from thinking that an SP doesn't love us or an SP doesn't choose us. But that's not actually where the emotion comes from. The emotion comes from, again, your higher self, because your higher self knows you want this person. You want a loving, beautiful relationship with this person. And so thinking that this person doesn't want you and doesn't choose you is not going to get you to this loving, beautiful relationship because your thoughts create. So your higher self is sending you a signal, asking you to please choose a different thought. So your job is to become very sensitive to these emotions. Okay, very sensitive. And you don't have to always go and find out what thought created that emotion. You can, but you don't have to. What you can do is just simply, if you have a set of intentions, you have a mental diet already designed and developed, you can just go to your mental diet, because whatever's on your mental diet is in line with your intentions, is in line with your desires. And so those thoughts will generate a positive emotion. So let's talk about positive emotions. When you are feeling a positive emotion, this is guidance from your higher self saying 2 thumbs up. The thought you were just thinking or focusing on is leading you to what you want. Keep it up. This is the right path for you. So let's go back to the SP example. If you think, my SP loves me, my SP chooses me, my SP wants me and only me, and that makes you feel good, this is guidance from your higher self telling you, hey, those thoughts that you were just thinking are brilliant. They are on your path. They are taking you, leading you to what it is that you desire. So keep it up, thumbs up, nothing to correct, right? And the next bullet point is when you're feeling a negative emotion, which I already explained, but let's talk about it again. This is guidance from your higher self saying, please make a legal U-turn. This is a little term that I like to use. It's like an internal GPS. When you feel negative emotion, this is guidance from your higher self asking you to make a legal U-turn. This thought you were just thinking is not meant for you. It is not on your path to what you want, and it is not leading you towards your goals or desires. Please redirect. So again, I really want to shine a spotlight on this and reiterate it, because when we think the thought, my SP doesn't want me, my SP doesn't choose me, we think that feels bad because like we're a victim, right? We're a victim of what this person is choosing. But that's actually not what's happening. This doesn't feel good because, again, the higher part of you with infinite intelligence, with broader perspective, knowledge about the fastest, quickest route to get you to everything that you desire, is sending you a direct signal telling you the thought you just thought, my SP doesn't want me, doesn't choose me, is not on your path. You can't get there to this loving, committed relationship. You can't get there with that thought, right? Because your thoughts create. So this is all it is. It's guidance. It's asking you to please choose again. And so you don't have to control the emotion. That's the other part I want to point out here. You don't have to try to manage the emotion and control the emotion, because your emotion follows your thoughts. So what do? Go back and choose another thought. Go back to your mental diet. Go back to your intentions. Go back to your affirmations. Choose the thoughts that are in line with your desires, and your emotions will follow that. So you don't have to try to manage and control the emotions. Simply choose your thoughts consciously. So the last point is just talking about, when you do feel negative emotions, this is the best, these emotions that, guidance from your higher self, this is the best moment-to-moment guidance that you have access to. It's always with you. It's always with you. You're always connected to your higher self. So if you want to know how on your path you are, how well you're doing, just check in with your emotions. If you feel good, good, you are on the right path. Even if it's just neutral, right? You don't have to achieve some heightened emotional state. But anything from neutral, peace, and then higher, you're doing great. You're on your path. Anything less than peaceful or neutral, you simply, again, take it as guidance. It's like an internal GPS from the bigger part of you that knows everything you want and knows the fastest, swiftest route to get you there, and is never leading you astray, and it will never lie to you. So this, again, this is your best guidance, moment-to-moment guidance that you can always rely on. You can always trust. It's you, and it has broader perspective, infinite awareness of everything that you want, and the fastest, easiest, swiftest way to get you there. So yeah, understanding emotions and using them as guidance, super important piece of this journey. I hope you guys like this one. Please listen as many times as you would like to, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.